Howdy howdy, this is Cruddy Grinding, back again with an arena cutoff video for Marvel Contest of Champions. Today I cover my thoughts on round 1 of the new Cable and Mister Sinister arenas. So the first thing I always like to do with any new arena is kind of categorize these or bucket these arenas to past arenas, as that allows me then to look at those past arenas results to kind of get an idea of what we might expect this time around. And with feature arenas, really there's two types, old or new. And with Cable, obviously, he's an old champ, old arena. He's been in the arena many times. He's been in the game for some time now. And then with Mr. Sinister, this is his first time coming in the 4-star basic arena. And I think he'll fall in kind of in that medium range, somewhere between 2 to 3 million. So now that I've bucketed these arenas, at least in my opinion anyway, to think of how they will compare to past arenas, let's take a look at some of those past arenas results to kind of get an idea of what might happen this time. Starting first with the 4-star basic arena, we can see here with some recent medium interest for somewhere between that 2 to 3 million range with Emma Frost, you're looking at 2.6 million. With Nighthawk, we saw 2.4. More recently, we saw Thing go all the way at 2.93. And keep in mind, his 5-star feature arena was around 60 million plus, so one of those higher ones. So that kind of shows you kind of what that high end of the 4-star basic arena is looking like right now with that 2.93 for Thing. And then even more recently with Havoc, we saw 2.84. I think we're going to see Mr. Sinister kind of in that ballpark, still within the medium interest, but closer to Havoc and Thing score versus Nighthawk. And then when it comes to the 3-star feature, old results, really they're just over that last milestone. That's been pretty consistent for some time now. Then with the 4-star feature arena for old champs, it's varied quite a bit. You can see on the lower end with Spider-Man, we've been at 5 million. Star-Lord 5.1. Those are chances have been in the game for some time. Even with Sabretooth went to 5.5. And Green Goblin, interestingly enough, was closer to that Sabretooth score, even though I thought he might be closer to a Spider-Man Classic. So there's a little variety there going on with those older champs in the feature arena for the 4-star feature arena, but still it's between 5 to 5.5 million. Then jumping over to the 5-star feature arena, you get a little bit more variance here, but it's a champ of in the vein of Spider-Man Classic and Green Goblin still have some utility, but not a ton. Kind of in my ballpark, in my opinion anyway. What we would see with Cable, I think we're looking at a score closer to 20 million versus 30 million, where we saw with champs that still have quite a bit of value, like Sabretooth and Star-Lord, especially with duped, closer to that 30 million range. So anyway, now that I've kind of looked at some of those past results, this is where I think we're going to be looking at for the actual this time around for round 1 cutoffs for the Cable and Mister Sinister arenas. And then these predictions, to be clear, for the veterans bracket, meaning your account's been open for over 60 days. If your account is a newer account, you're actually in an earlier bracket, and I'll get to my opinion on those earlier bracket scores here in a few minutes. But anyway, starting with the 5-star feature Cable arena, I think we're looking at 24 million, right around there. I think we're looking at 5.4 million for the 4-star feature Cable. I think we're looking at 2.8, so close to that Havoc score for the 4-star basic Mr. Sinister arena, and then I think we're looking at 650,000 for the 3-star feature Cable arena. Now, these predictions, to be clear, are no exact science. I try to get within 5 to 10% of the actual cutoffs, sometimes higher, sometimes lower. So I always like to kind of give a grind target just so you give yourself a little buffer from where my predictions actually are landing. So I think 27, 28 million will be fine for the 5-star feature Cable. I think we're looking at 6.1 million for the 4-star feature Cable. I think 3.1, 3.2 million would be perfect for Mr. Sinister. And I think we're looking at 700,000 for the 3-star feature Cable. So these grind targets and predictions are for the veterans bracket. When it comes to the earlier brackets, there's not a ton of data out there for recent results. To be clear, Kabam doesn't release any official numbers. All the numbers that you might see out in the arena are set up for the are really set up based off of community self-reporting numbers. And looking first with the beginners bracket, so that's for newer accounts up to 30 days. You're looking at 3-star feature around 245,000, 4-star basic around 1.1 million, and the 4-star feature right around 1 million. For the intermediate bracket, so those are accounts that are open 31 to 60 days. You're looking at 3-star feature Cable right around 550,000, 4-star basic Mr. Sinister 1.2 million, and lastly the 4-star feature Cable right around 1 million. So anyway, these are my thoughts for round 1 of the new Cable and Mister Sinister arenas. We'd love to hear your opinion, especially if it's different than mine. Throw it on down in the comments section and we can discuss it there. If you have any questions, throw them down in the comments section as well, and I'll try to get to them as soon as possible. Other than that, if you found this information, I keep on doing that. If you find this information informational, if you find this information useful, or you like this video, I really appreciate if you click that thumbs up button, as it really does help the channel. And if you like this and other videos I have on the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, we'll really appreciate it if you do so. So thanks a lot for stopping by, and have a great day.